Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. If you're keen or interested in becoming a member of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions slash life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? Someone is heavily breathing. It's like someone is heavily breathing to calm themselves down because they're freaking out. Someone's trying to ground themselves because they're afraid. Yeah, a lot of fear going through this person's body. You know, when you're afraid of something and that fear controls you to the point where it creates body trauma. Someone is going through something here within their body. A deep fear, one which they cannot understand. They're afraid. It's like this person, they're stuck in a timeline. They're stuck in a timeline of a specific chapter of their life. Like someone has never grown past a specific timeline. They're stuck in a specific past, simply put. So with that being said, this person is unable to tap out of that timeline. They're unable to find a way out. Someone is afraid of their own self deeply. So the root cause of their fear is themselves. Someone is afraid of who they are, what they do, and every time they live as themselves, the words they speak unto their own reality. And as they reflect and address that within themselves, they realize how bad of a person they've become within their life. Because their world is a reflection of themselves. Yeah, things are no longer the same for this person's life. It's not financially or anything like that. It more so stems from their mental space, their heart space, their spiritual space, right? Someone is not okay. 10 of Wands to the Seven of Pentacles reversed. This is definitely someone that is heavily medicated, trying to numb the pain in their body, okay? Trying to make themselves feel better. They're trying to find remedies and cures to, the aches, like, oh, their neck, their back, their headache, and every part of their body, okay? Someone is unwell. And the more they stay in this unhealed energy, the worse of a person they become, because it's body trauma that stems from a root cause of pain that they've never addressed. So this person, as you are watching them go through this, you are watching them with deep sadness because the unhealed version of yourself that resonated with them understands how healed you have become as you reflect on them. Like as you reflect on this person, you realize how far you've come. And however many people these are within your reality, because I see here that a lot of people are coming to terms with who you are. They don't like it though. This is not just one person. There are plenty of people in your energy that are realizing who you are. People that once wanted to look upon you as nothingness because they were intimidated by your light. Like, oh, she's not all that. He's not all that. Like people trying to come off a certain way amongst others when they speak about you, but it's because they're intimidated by you and they don't want others to see that about them. So they hide it with hatred towards you. They pretend they hate you around other people, simply put, so that people don't see that they're actually bothered, phased, intimidated. Okay. We have the Empress reverse because people don't want you to be who you are. They see you doing you and it's bothering them. And the more you do you, the more it bothers them. But that's not your problem. A lot of people are in negative energy. These people are in negative energy, unable to reflect on their own decisions and choices in life. What got them to where they're at? What put them there, apart from themselves? They worried about another person's life. But what's going on in their life? Because what I'm seeing here is you're doing well, beloved. You're in alignment with your reality. You're in purpose. You're in North Node. You've cleared your karmic debts. You don't owe anybody anything, simply put. So people's words, actions, feelings don't have any weight in your reality, your life, your world. They're nothing to you. That's what they refuse to accept because they're stuck in a timeline you don't exist in. Because the past is in only memory if you allow it to. Yeah, they're stuck in a time of life where you were a specific somebody. And now they want you to also stay in that negative energy of who you used to be because you were easily accessible then. It was easier to access your energy if they could only do so. The only fee to access your energy would be to tell you lies. And because your awareness of the truth of who they were was unknown to you, you fell for the mask until the mask fell off. Now you see these people for who they truly are. And it gets worse and worse the more the truth comes out. Because it's like, damn, I really was genuine and sincere to monsters. It deeply hurts you, but you learn to transmute the energy by not taking accountability and responsibility of other people's things. Let them do that for themselves. Now they're watching you, curious about what's next for your life because you seem to have the answers. You seem to have clarity and awareness. When you were focusing on yourself, beloved, they were claiming that something is wrong with you. But now that time has told your story for you and they no longer are seeing things for what their delusions were telling them, now something is wrong for real. Because you have people that are afraid of themselves because you remind them of the wrongful decisions and choices they've made. Judgment. Exactly. Everything they've put out to the world, everything they've put out to reality, everything they've put out to life, it's all coming back to them. And that's universal karma. That's the laws of life. You don't do harm unto good people because it will return to you. That's what life is about. Learning. And these people refuse to learn, but because you take the lessons and you allow them to shape you for the better, they think something's wrong with you. Like I said, something's wrong with them. People are so desperate nowadays. It's honestly very weird out here. They're refusing to look at themselves, so worried about other people. You have men out here that are literally jealous of other women. You have men out here that are not willing to look at themselves for who they are. Instead, they spread themselves and their negativity with women as well. So envious and jealous and hateful towards another person that you'll do whatever it takes to stand in their way because you don't want to see them succeed. And everything that has to do with them bothers you. It's like the root cause of all of that is something they should look in the mirror about. And that's why they're so afraid, because it's themselves that they're afraid of. They can't even look at themselves. That says a lot about who they are. You can't expect people like that to have any love within them. They can't treat you the way you deserve, simply put. So don't take what they've done to you personally, beloved. Just learn and move on, because your value doesn't lie in who they define you to be. Your value doesn't lie in who they define you to be. You are not who they say you are. You are who you are. You are who God has made you to be. And your reality will continue to be like that as long as you keep enduring and persevering through the enemy's attacks. Just because the enemy is attacking doesn't mean the enemy is guaranteed to win. People just be trying and then they mess around and find out. We have the Two of Cups to the Temperance. Imagine you have people literally looking at you, seeing how every day you're connecting the dots for your life, and they feel so much rage about that because they're not in the same predicament. They're not looking at it as inspiration. They're looking at your progress as a threat. That's how you know the enemy is weak. You're looking at me flourish and not wanting it to motivate you to have the same. You threatened? That's weak. And we should all acknowledge that. Those that want other people's things and not willing to do what they have to do for their own things, that's weak. You want to be a thief and commit thievery amongst other people's lives or within other people's realities. Tap into other people's worlds and shield people from their destiny. These energies of people would watch you before you even got to this point. They knew your glory was coming. That's why they tried to form weapons against you to attack it. If you had friends that were gossiping about you all the time, but in your face they were smiling, if you had that relative that never loved you, if you have that situation that caused you so much trauma, a lot happened. A lot you had to heal from. A lot of pain that you had to transmute and are continuing to do so every day. It's possible. They just comfortable in their own things and they're making their comfortability your problem. Whose fault is it that someone else is comfortable to be who they are and not willing to change? But when they see another person change, they feel a type of way. Why not change in your life? What's wrong with people? That envy, jealousy, hatred, it's played out. What's really wrong with you? What's the root cause of your behavior, your emotions, and your thoughts? That's what these people should be looking at and addressing within themselves. And stop attacking chosen ones and divine ones who do that every day. We literally choose to heal ourselves every day. Our glory doesn't come from nothingness. It comes from hard work, commitment, dedication to self, not things of world or people of world. We have the Four of Cups reversed to the Six of Wands reversed. So, with that being said, no matter if they like it or not, they're going to continue to see you be victorious in life. See you conquer any obstacle, any turbulence, any mishap, any trouble, any issue, any problem like it's nothing, unbothered, unfazed, and unintimidated. None of that. And they're going to have to watch you live like that for the rest of your life. While they suffer in the nothingness they chose to stay in because they'd rather be of darkness than be of light. And when the darkness catches up and snatches as it comes to collect, your soul withers away and you turn into nothing. These are people that will forever be bitter and angry towards you, beloved. Don't be bothered by it now. It's always been like that and it's always going to be like that. You are who you are, and your light irritates demons. The more, simply put, the more you learn from yourself through your daily basis experiences that, you know what, my energy, my light can affect my world and those in it. And respect that and nurture that so that you don't attract negative experiences, so that you don't attract negative outcomes, so that even when the enemy is forming weapons, they won't prosper. Even when they think they can weaken you in their desperation to see something happen for you in life, God will hinder and delay until they awaken to their senses. Because people are choosing to be delusional, choosing to not understand, choosing to not stand down, choosing to not accept that they are not in control of another person's life. These are the same people that cause pain. These are the same people that hurt. These are the same people that destroy. As I was saying, you guys, there was a disturbance, but I feel like that's very significant for this message. Like I said, a lot of interferences, a lot of people wanting to cause obstacles within your reality, wanting to be of turbulence within your life, not wanting you to be who you want to be, but wanting you to fall into a path of darkness so that you don't know yourself. Imagine, how are we all as people in humanity meant to have a better life if we don't do better or if we don't choose better? How are we meant to attract new experiences if we don't do better, if we don't choose better? And then when these people see you doing that, choosing better, doing better, they want to weaken you so that you are just like them. But how is humanity going to progress if we're bringing each other down? We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. They don't want you to be who you are. They literally don't want you to be who you are. They're waiting on you to fall somehow. Something must happen. Something must go wrong to the point where you can't get back up again. You must not feel okay. You must wake up and da da da. All these things they want to speak into your reality, but will never have power to see it come to life. Because what is going to happen for you is a part of God's secret plan that you don't even know. Hence, you can't live a life thinking you're in control. I'm being called to speak about my pregnancy journey. So, for those who don't know, um, I have given birth, okay, to a baby boy. And my pregnancy journey, let's look at that as an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example for this current message. Um, I was asked yesterday by someone I was having a conversation with about my experience of being pregnant, and the question was along the lines of how was it, right, in general. And I said it strengthened my faith, right, um in God, because I understood the lack of control humanity has over life itself. And that put me in a very comfortable position within myself to understand how safe I am and secure I am on this earth. For everything in it is His creation. And it's not up to no one to control anything in the world except God. So if anyone wants to curse and hex anything in my world and my reality, they'll curse and hex themselves, simply put, because anything of me in the world, because Allah cleansed it for me, will remain of purity. I can't be cursed, I can't be hexed, and anything of me as well. So that's your energy, beloved. That's the analogy, the reference point, the case study, the example. That's your energy. You're right where you need to be. These people are fighting a losing battle here. Waiting for your downfall is literally a losing battle. It's something that's never going to happen. They can await it all they want, anticipated and strongly do whatever it takes to ensure it comes to pass. And however long they decide to waste their time, when they later on have to reflect on the fact that they wasted their time because they're trying to defeat a star, a king, a queen, then it's a problem for them. But yeah, you see. It's like you tweak people out, you tripping them out, you freaking them out. They don't know what to do when it comes to you. They speculate and assume all types of things, but they never really feel comfortable with their speculations and assumptions because the truth of you is so unknown. They don't know. They just think they do, feel they do, but they also know that it's false. So many people are misguided, beloved. And the more you choose yourself, the more you show them that about themselves so that they do better for themselves. But they take it as a threat. But that's their problem. That's their issue. Your energy and how it's received, that's not on you. If you show up in an atmosphere, in a setting, in a place, in an area, and the room lights up because of your energy, that's beyond your control. That just is what it is. And anyone that feels the type of way about who you are, then they shouldn't belong in your life, right? So why should they even be anything within you that cares about their existence, let alone their thoughts and emotions about you? Especially because they're negative people, not wanting to be better within themselves. Even if you cared, it would be for your detriment, not for your highest good. And choosing yourself should be what you always do, no matter what situation, because you don't owe anybody anything. They're going to be so heartbroken seeing you win as God continues to bless you every day in your life. Every morning, an enemy wakes up with a sore heart because they looking at you in their third eye that is shut. They can't see past their own things when they look at you. We have the Knights of Cups reversed. They put themselves in that situation though. They wanted you blinded. Now they're blinded. Oh, she must not win. She must never believe she's anything. He must not get to where he wants to be. He must never be the man of his own, greatness. People just jealous, wanting you to stay in a specific energy. And it's disgusting and filthy. I can smell it. Like I can smell the jealousy, the rage, the unhinged energy, the crazy. Okay? Because all of this is pretty sick. People need to address themselves. What's really going on? What's the root cause? We have the Six of Pentacles reversed to the wheel. They sent out that negative energy to the world, right? In their life, in their world, in their reality, they chose to be bad people. And when life bites them where it bites them and they see another person who made better decisions and choices have a different life, they will always hate you because your life is not like theirs. They'll always hate you because your mind, your heart, your spirit is not like theirs, even your body. You have people jealous of facial features, facial expressions that you have, mannerisms, and tone of voice. Is that where we are right now as humanity, where every single thing about someone can be envied? It's all jealousy and hate. Now we can't show love and be of love and love ourselves. You have literal, for the divine feminine, so many women, destroy themselves to meet you in your greatness. A lane they'll never fit in or have any way in. People that the places you enter, they'll never have access to. And they want to make that fit for themselves so bad. They want to be something they're not so bad that they destroy themselves in the process. You have women willing to destroy themselves to become you, willing to put themselves in detrimental situations, life and death, life threatening situations. It's absurd. So much obsession around divine feminine, and you as well, divine masculine. So many women and men in your energy trying to leech and snake you. It's absurd and disgusting. The jealousy in general out here, coming back to the generalization of the message, it's absolutely disgusting. The jealousy out here is disgusting. You have people thinking about ways to get into your energy just so they can have a conversation and see what they can learn from you, but not in a way to, teach themselves, in a way to steal. Oh, you told me this, I'm gonna use it against you. You told me this, I'm gonna spread it everywhere. People are weird. You give them your energy and they abuse it. You give them your energy and they just have no way or capacity within themselves to receive it. It's disgusting that they don't see that about themselves. Every time they hurt another person, they want to make it worse by causing them more pain. Pain, pain, pain. Keep making good decisions and choices. Keep smiling every day and waking up to, the peacefulness of your own energy, because you're not tied to any karmic debt. You don't owe anything to people and to the things of the world. You are free, free as a bird, okay? The spirit bird or spirit animal bird, okay, should be something you research about this week. Learn about the bird being the messenger, the bird being the one that can reach the frequencies we can't. The bird, the vibration, the wavelength. Because I see here that you're working with the spirit bird, the spirit animal bird. Okay, it's in your energy. So you could be seeing a lot of birds. You're in alignment, you're in purpose, you're in North Node. And a lot of people are threatened by that because they're not in their purpose, in their North Node. They should look at you as inspiration instead of being threatened, because them being threatened won't stop you from persevering. They can be threatened all they want. It won't stop you from being who you are destined to be. And they can be as, delusional as they choose to be with the things of life they choose to do against you as weapons that they choose to form. But understanding that no weapon formed shall prosper against you will be a lifelong lesson. So many people are freaked out by you because of that truth that you are a lifelong lesson. Every time they look at you, they'll forever be faced with a lifelong lesson that either they're comfortable with learning or they're running away from trying to escape it. But nonetheless, though, you'll always be a lesson to people. You've learned your lessons, hence, you're not fazed by people, you're not intimidated, because you've taken what you've taken from experiencing them and understood what that experience brought unto your reality. Let it shape you for the better. Move on, love yourself, and keep that energy going in good spirits. It's like your time has come to flourish and fly. Your time has come. Okay, you're no longer caged. Your wings are no longer unhealed. With the world reversed, don't ever feel like anyone or anything is against you. Just understand that people are against themselves. So automatically, by default, they stand against others. Don't take it personally when people do the things they do. People are out here doing what they think is best for themselves anyway. So you do the same. And even if people try to bring their things upon your life, understand that they're doing it for themselves. They're interfering with your life, forming weapons against you for themselves. So if you don't choose yourself, that's a problem for you. If you don't choose yourself, that's a problem for you. You need to choose yourself. You need to move on. You need to release. You need to cleanse. You need to allow yourself to every day gradually allow yourself to release, let go, cleanse, move on, release, let go, cleanse and move on, release and let go, cleanse and move on. And as you keep doing that, you'll realize how much healing will come over your heart, over your mind, over your spirit, and over your body. And in unison, simultaneously, you'll realize how much healing you needed because of how much you've been through. And that's why you will never take for granted your sacred space. That's why everyone in it is blessed. That's why you are a blessing, because you chose to be that. Someone healed can heal others. And people only realizing the value to choose healing when they have no choice but to choose it. But they've acquired so much pain that it's taking everything out of them. They chose to learn when it's too late, simply put. Now they're being pushed in a corner. Life is unfair all of a sudden. It's because of what they did. And they're looking at you, worried that you have figured it out, afraid that what it means is they haven't figured it out. And because they know the energy they carry towards you, they're afraid of the bad karma. They know. They're afraid of the bad karma. They know you're a star. They know you're God sent. They know you are heavenly. They know you are divine. They know you are godly. They know you are who you are. They never figured it out for themselves. That's the problem. But it's theirs though. It's their problem. They never figured it out for themselves. How is it on you? They want you to give them your energy. They feel like you're the only way out. Desperate. That's all that this is. They feel like you're the only way out. You hold the answers, you hold the keys. They have no access to your information. Your answers are coded. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. And you're not foolish for doing what you're doing as you're choosing to move on, let go, release, and cleanse. You're not being foolish. You're being led. You're being led. You're being shown. You're being directed. And things will never be the way they want because they never chose themselves. They're trying to interfere in another person's life, not knowing what God has planned for that person. But when they have to reevaluate their lives, they can't because they see through their lives how messed up and lost they are. But they don't want to acknowledge that about themselves. So they like to gather and gossip about others. You know how many people gossip about you every day through phone calls, text messages, meetups, fake link ups, hangouts, just to speak badly about you and feed into the hate they have towards you, feed into the jealousy and envy. You have friends that are friends because they hate you. You have family members that hate one another but gather just to talk about you. You have strangers that find themselves obsessed with you because they don't know a light like yours because of their own darkness. There's a lot in the world that happens, but your safety and protection is God's number one rule. Those that walk with you, your ancestors, ensure that you're safely guided, protected, and shielded and directed. With the high priestess here, you will never fall into the hands of evil. You'll always get delivered. There'll always be vindication and justice. What they say nowadays, period. Huh? We have the temperance reverse. Don't ever worry about, falling into anything or turning out in ways that, you're afraid of turning out in life because of what you're seeing other people go through. You do what they didn't do. Learn as well, heal, and move on. Transmute the energy so that you'll be able to let go. Every day, gradually allow. Okay, keyword is allow. It's not going to just happen, but it's going to need you to want it to happen for it to begin to happen. It will release itself in your mind. It'll cleanse itself in your heart, spirit, and body once you allow it to. Don't hold on. No matter how much it hurts, choose to just release, let go, move on, cleanse, and heal. In the mighty name of Jesus and in the blood of Jesus, I release you with love. Thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. If you're keen or interested in becoming a member of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. Ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions slash life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.